So Land Before Swine. This was an episode. We were having a really hard time with a couple of episodes that weren't working for us. We had an episode we were working on that was a camping story where, remember the camping episode where it was going to be, we just figured like it's a family in the Pacific Northwest. We haven't done a camping episode. It seems like a no-brainer. And we try to figure out a story for these characters on a camping trip and a proper monster. There was going to be this sort of ghost hunter, like a headless horseman hunter who hunts humans.
Yeah.
And he's got a bunch of heads on his wall. And we got a bunch of notes back that it was too scary.
Yeah.
And also, the story didn't really work.
Yeah.
It was like sort of Stan is trying to teach kids about roughing it. And the kids, they're not used to roughing it. They're used to modern conveniences. And it seemed like this sort of hacky, like old versus young that wasn't specific to our characters. And so, we got a few drafts in that episode. And then we had to throw it out.
Yeah.
And we had another episode that was going to be a road trip episode.
Yeah.
About basically the family goes on a road trip and they get caught on this endless infinity road.
Yeah.
And they wind up in like this diner with all these people that have been trapped on this road throughout history.
Yeah,
and it's just sort of a Groundhog's Day kind of thing.
Yeah. And there's a ton of cool ideas in both, but they just didn't gel into like full 22-minute episodes.
Yeah, well, it's like each Gravity Falls episode. You need the character story, and you need the satisfying monster. And in both of those, we had either a location or a monster, but the character stories never came together. And this was something where we were down to the wire, and it was like, okay, we just threw out 2 scripts. We need a story now.
Yeah.
And I remember me and Mike, we were working out back then, right? We were working out at the Disney gym?
No, this is just you, man.
Oh, really?
I don't think I was working. Oh, yeah, we were. We were doing P90X.
Yeah, Mike was trying to convince me to work out at the Disney gym because we were basically living. We were like Bert and Ernie at this point. Like, we didn't see our friends. We had no social lives. It was just like every morning, like, wake up in our office. Hi, Mike. Hi, Alex. Back to work. Hey, want to become workout buddies? Let's just cross every threshold and just morph into one. And I remember the reason I remember that is because the first time we worked out, I threw up.
Yeah.
But I remember I was in the shower. We had a writers meeting. I worked out, didn't have time to shower, went to a writers meeting, realized these stories were broken, went back, showered, and in the shower, I came up with broad contours of this episode. Because I remember the warm water hitting my face and being like, oh, I think that'll work.
Well, and that was like, I remember that being a godsend because it was always like, we always like took so long to break them. And then you pitched a story and I was like, that just works. It just works.
It works.
we can just write this. We like dinosaurs. Great.